What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dom Pena video. Today I'm doing a video analysis, another one. I'm having a lot of fun with this. We're doing the 2025 Outdoor Liberty League 800 final. Just looking for the repeat dub. Spoilers if you haven't watched it, but it didn't happen. So now that I've shown you guys a video of me succeeding in a very difficult environment, and I'm going to show you me failing and what that looked like, how I got there, and what I could have done better in the future. So let's just get started. So just getting into it, the quality is not going to be the greatest, but you can kind of see me. I think I'm in lane four, lane five. So just a little bit of context before we get back into it. Everybody, I was first in the prelims, around like 152 two or something. I'll probably pull it up, um, have it somewhere posted. But I ran fastest prelim time. I was pretty nervous going into the final. Looking for the repeat is always more difficult. Repeating success is harder than getting it the first time. So I was pretty nervous going into this. Sean Miller really stepped it up this year, or I guess in outdoor season, really being I wouldn't say really be my only concern. That and John Elliott of RIT. Those guys stepped it up a lot during the outdoor season, so I knew if it was going to come down to it, again, it just would have been one of us three. Um, and I was, again, pretty nervous going into this. Had a good lane. Everybody that I wanted to take notice of was on my outside, so I could cut in pretty easily without too much of a problem. Just see where the guys that I wanted to really take notice of. Coming on my outside, I can see where they lined up position wise. So let's just get back into it. Yeah, so I get to the line pretty easy. Um, I think I settle in. I think I'm like fourth. Sean Hendricks is trying to get us through a pretty quick time. Bunched up a little bit here. Not really sweating it too much. Just want to move up and just stay calm and focused throughout this. Yeah, so bunched up pretty much here. I'm starting to panic a little bit. I mean, obviously going through 200, 300, selling this is normal, completely normal to be in. But I had a lot of guys around me, and I was starting to feel a little pressure a little bit, as you'll see later. So I'm noticing right here, I'm starting to get boxed in a little bit. I don't even know this guy's name. This RIT guy moves out on my outside, making a strong move to take the lead here. And Elliott's right in front of me, and then Rochester and Sean Miller right behind me. So again, feeling the pressure a little bit, not trying to panic, but I'm definitely starting to feel the pressure against me here. Yeah, so we go through about 55. Definitely an honest pace, a pace I can run with, and I shouldn't be too worried. Right here, these three guys started to get away from me a little bit as they pass Sean Hendricks again, who is kind of out the back here. I'm just trying to, at this point, I just want to stay in it and hopefully just go with these guys and then move when I feel like things are gonna start to string out a little bit. And just notice Sean is, I'll touch on this again later, but Sean Miller's been right behind me the whole time, and I didn't really pay attention to that. But yeah, so these three start to move. I noticed that. At this point, I'm starting to I really panicked here, which I should not have done. I should have been a little more patient. But usually through most of the outdoor season, when I'm doing my outdoor 800s, I've started to move basically around the 250 mark. Here I move a little earlier than I would have than probably should have when going to take the lead here. It's gonna come to bite me in the butt. But yeah, I make a hard move here to take the lead. We'll just let that play out. So yeah, move up to take the lead around 250, 300, and Coming to the last, that's not, I think that was 200 right there. So going into this last 200, I was just trying to blow this. I was just trying to blow it up. I was trying to string it out a lot more. I was panicked going into the 300, and there's still like three, four guys in contention for this. I really didn't want to let any of these guys have a chance, so I try to basically just string it out, blow this race up, just to make it the amount of people that could have a chance to beat me as minimal as possible. And again, as I move up, uh, let this play a little bit. As I make my move, Sean covers it. He makes a strong. He makes it also really good cover to cover my my lead taking move here. And Elliot is in hot pursuit. Yeah, going through 200. I'm just trying to close it out. I think my coach is yelling at me just to saying to just go, and just close it. Um, but I'm feeling definitely feeling like I'm not. How should I phrase this? I'm not super nervous. I'm feeling a little more confident here, but at the same time, I know the race isn't over yet, um, and there's still a lot of race to be left. But I'm feeling very confident that I'm coming away with this. Again, didn't notice Sean coming up on my shoulder here, much less move behind me. I hear his team, his I think this is his teammate right here screaming, so I know that he's right on my tail. Definitely feeling the pressure now to try and pull away with this. And yeah, so now it's just the five of us. Me, Sean, John, and then another Rochester and RIT guy. Moving to the last 100. Feeling pretty confident here. I can hold him off. And then he's right here. His coach is screaming at him to pick it up. And I notice him slowly creeping up on my shoulder. I'll just let this play out. But yeah, I notice him slowly creeping up on my shoulder. He comes into my peripheral. And at this point, my legs are definitely feeling the early move. And I think it's at this point I realize that I probably don't have it in my legs to keep going, and he's gonna come away with this, unfortunately. Yeah, so I think we got 152.8 for him. Um, yeah, this was yeah, I have the wrist pulled up. But yeah, 152.8, 152.9. Um, yeah, he played Sean. Props to him. Not trying to glaze, but he ran this really smart. Um, again, unlike the indoor one, I was not patient, and I basically panicked super early on in the race, which cost me a lot here, as you can see. Usually, unless you're super confident and you have the fitness to at least just drag this out, you don't want to be moving this early on in the race, especially when there's so much time left. But I panicked with all these guys still running in contention. I probably should have waited until about 200 to move. Usually, that's the smart thing to do in this situation. I think if I had waited until 200 and made my move then, Sean would have been. I don't know. He still would have been on my shoulder. This is just hypothetical at this point. He still would have been on my shoulder. But I would like to believe at that point, I have a much better. I think I have a better kick than he does. So I know if I just waited and been a little more patient in the scenario, coming off this turn in the last 100, not saying it would have played out the exact same way like this is, but I would like to believe as I'm coming down, I would have moved up on whoever was in the lead, and coming off this turn, I push off, get a good slingshot, and this race is over. Um, and yeah, so word of the day on this, the word is patience. I was not patient in this race and came back to bite me. I don't really like talking about my failures, but it's important to acknowledge them and how something like this even happened, so that in the future, um, you can succeed. Acknowledge your failures, make for success in the future. Uh, but yeah, so again, just to reiterate, panicked, panicked early on, moved too early. This came back to bite me in the butt. If there was if you had to do this race all over again, and instead of me in the lead, it was Sean. If I like to believe if Sean was in front of me and I had to pass him, that would have happened. But vice versa, I like to believe I would have come away with that. But obviously, we'll never know. Um, but yeah, so hopefully you guys learned something from that. A little shorter than the other one this time. A little more cut and dry than just straight positioning and stuff. Just be smart when you're racing. Don't panic. Be patient, even if it starts to eat you up a little bit. Keep a calm head. Move when you see the right gap, the right time. Don't try and force it. Again, like I did in my indoor video, which I said not to do. I actually did in this. When I made my move here, I swung out to, I think it was lane three because this Rochester guy was in lane two. So moving off the turn from lane one into lane two into lane three, again, using more energy than I have to just to get around one or two people when I could have just waited to come off the turn and do so. Um, but yeah, so that's me not taking my own advice. And yeah, it cost me today. But can't win them all. So yeah, thank you for listening. I'll probably do more stuff like this. Yeah, thank you for listening and have a good one. Peace.